Just one glass in, you're already on my mind. When it gets late, I always realize that I need you. Are you thinking about me tonight? It's no secret, all my friends.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am Jenya, and in today's video we're going to be doing nothing new really, just fixing this complete disaster of a house. Today though, I have a different explanation for this mess. For those who might not know, we moved into this house about 5 or so months ago. The house is in pretty great condition, but we have been through some things here. We had our main water pipe, for example, break on us just a few weeks ago. We feel like we might need to replace just a couple of things. We got ourselves a new dishwasher, but the one thing that really needed replacement was our kitchen sink. So the white one is the one that we had, and the gray one is the one that we got. My husband is no plumber, but he was going to install the sink himself. Of course, in life, no building projects or installation projects or repair projects ever go as planned. He had to deal with a couple of issues, but in the end, the sink was installed. But what I was left with the next morning when he had to go to work was this complete disaster kitchen to clean, but at least I got a great video out of it, I think. It took him the whole evening to install the new sink, and it took me, I want to say, about half the next day to clean the entire kitchen. And after we get done with this project, we still got some things to do upstairs, such as fold some laundry. And so I sure hope that you enjoyed today's video and get plenty of cleaning motivation out of it. If you're new to this channel, my name is Jenya. I came to America from Russia about 13 years ago. I met my American husband about 4 years ago. We got married and we had 2 kids. My daughter is now 3 years old and my son is 1. On this channel, you will find a lot of cleaning, organizing, and decluttering motivation. You might see a DIY project from time to time purely because I like doing things on a budget. I do try to be careful with money for the most part, but I also understand that a lot of times you have to go with the quality and therefore spend that money in order to save in the long run. But that is a personal preference and a completely different conversation. As of right now, you can see my husband took the old sink out and it was never actually installed properly. There were huge gaps between the old sink and this tabletop. The water would always drip everywhere, and honestly, until we took the sink out, we didn't even know why. This hole was really uneven and the new sink would not even fit into that space, so my husband had to cut bits of it out. I'm not really sure of the technicalities, but the project took the entire evening. I just know that the next morning when I woke up, the sink was in, but the kitchen was a complete disaster, and it's not like my husband just left it all for me to deal with on purpose. The next morning, he had to run to work, and we did not expect, obviously, the project to take this long. He put all of his tools away and he actually cleared the table of the plates from dinner the night before. Of course, that kitchen table is going to get just as messy in a minute as soon as my kids are finished with their breakfast, but I am in the meanwhile going to clean up this disaster and prove to you that there is a nice kitchen underneath all of this mess. But I honestly could not understand how the absence of the kitchen sink could cause such a big mess in just a few hours. But if you think about it, the kitchen is really the heart of the home, and the kitchen sink is the main driver in the kitchen. Pretty much everything goes through the kitchen sink, and also everything from underneath the kitchen sink was also taken out and put on the countertops. The reason it was not put back in is because it was now messy underneath the kitchen sink and it needed to be cleaned first. Alright, enough explanations, let's just get to action.
Million thoughts are spinning around in my head. My pulse won't sit down, 'cause I'm almost there. Now I see you through the window and I'm walking on it, but I won't let you know. And I know how it goes. It's supposed to feel incredible. It's too bad you had to leave. Please come back now, baby.
Wanted to let you know that those are just some beans I'm soaking in that red bowl with the lid. It probably looks a little bit weird, I thought.
Memories still popping up. Show me your heart. I show you
Got some grapefruit instead of oranges at Costco by mistake. I don't know what to do with it now. I don't like grapefruit, and I wonder if that happens to the best of us. As you can see, the sawdust was pretty much everywhere, and I had to wipe every single thing before I put it back where it belonged.
all that dress. It seems to get another because I love you most of all. Million
You see there's a cutting board up against the wall right now, and I got a couple of them just a couple of months ago. I was trying to make sure not to put it into the dishwasher, but somehow I think it ended up in the dishwasher a couple of times. I think this is why I got all out of shape and completely broken up, so I had to throw it away. And so this time I think I'm gonna be trying those cutting board mats. I'm gonna order them from Amazon, see how they work out. I'm talking about those dishwasher safe plastic covers for your cutting board, the ones that are flexible to fold when you're transferring your vegetables from your cutting board into the pot. I'll just show you when it arrives next time. You will see in a second that my coffee machine is back on the counter. So I think it was a couple of videos back when I cleaned my kitchen last. I put that Keurig coffee machine away thinking that it would make me drink less coffee. But based on the comments though, it might have looked like I was throwing it away or donating that coffee machine, basically getting rid of it. But no, I was just putting it away for a test. I knew that I was probably gonna put it back on the counter, which here it is. But I have now realized that it has become some sort of a pattern or a love and hate relationship with me and that coffee machine. Every once in a while I just say something like, you know what, you're going away from here, you're taking too much space, you don't even make that good of a coffee, and I need to drink less coffee anyway. And then a couple of weeks or days later I put it back. Do you find yourself doing that to your coffee machine, or is it just me? I know I have mentioned a couple of times before that I would like my main cleaning supply spot to be upstairs in the laundry room, and so all this stuff you're looking at right now used to be underneath this kitchen sink, and now I'm taking a lot of it upstairs into the laundry room. But of course my favorite everyday used kitchen supplies are still going to stay here under the kitchen sink.
You say you don't wanna get in trouble, that you're doing fine 'cause you got me. I don't wanna.
I use Thieves Cleaner pretty much all the time, but every time I rewatch my videos, it's almost embarrassing because I notice that I still have not made at least a decent label for that cleaning bottle, and I even have crickets, so I don't know what's stopping me. But I gotta tell you that I have just placed an order for a few very much needed things for my kitchen, and one of them is a cleaner bottle that is going to be very aesthetically pleasing to look at. I don't normally buy a lot of things just for the looks, but I think I need to twist that set of mind a little bit and make more of those kind of purchases from time to time, since this is the house that we're gonna stop at for quite a few years, and I would like it and my husband would like it to look nice. He also encourages me to buy those little things, and I feel like a more standard situation in a household would be where the wife spends a little bit more money than her husband would like her to. I'd love to know about you guys. If you happen to have a partner that you live with, or a husband, or maybe you are the husband or the boyfriend, but anyways, I'd love to know what your situation is like. If you are the one who buys those pretty things for the house, which are sort of necessary, does your partner think that you spend a little bit too much on those things, or is your situation somehow different?
For failure, you just gotta let them flow without judge. There's so many ways to be happy. You can do whatever you like, you don't have to be ready. You just gotta trust the right, don't have to be scary. You just gotta follow the light, you're able to be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready. You don't have to be. You don't have to be ready. You don't have to be. You are like me.
So I went from 2 smaller sinks into 1 big department sink. I'm now getting used to it, and I'm about to clean this sink for the first time. I definitely like this metal attachment that it came with, as well as the cutting board. What a coincidence that I just had to throw away the old cutting board.
Everything feels so abstract. Yeah, it's complicated. What you say, the way you act. Well, it makes me so confused. I don't know what to do anymore. Can't you just make up your mind? My heart drops when you play around. How can you be up when I'm down? Don't wanna think about it right now. Maybe you just wanna be friends, but there is a fight when we are talking. Maybe you just wanna pretend, but I can read between the lines. Even if I can't deny.
The dishwasher is nowhere nearly as full as it normally is, but thanks to my husband, he already ran the dishwasher overnight. My sister just visited the other day and she started washing my dishes by hand to help. I told her that she doesn't need to do that since we have a dishwasher anyways, and she said she has one too, she just never uses it. And I remembered immediately that I used to be just like that. I used to think that it was just going to use all this water and all this electricity and not even get my dishes nearly as clean as if I were to do it by hand. Maybe it's just a part of growing up without the dishwasher. You need a little bit of time to get introduced to something new. After having kids and starting to use the dishwasher full time, I realized that it actually does a much better job than my hand washing. Whether it's older or newer dishwasher, doesn't matter. And then shortly after discovering that it actually uses less water than any hand washing, I now use it non-stop. Not to say that hand washing is bad or anything. I think a lot of people find it therapeutic. It's also very satisfying to see the immediate results of your work. And I also know that some of you don't have a dishwasher in your home. But for those of us who like having a dishwasher and take it for granted, just a little reminder, I guess, that it's nice to have those little helpers all over our kitchen and that they save us plenty of time in today's very busy life. On a little side note, I don't know how I feel about this metal sort of cover for the bottom of the sink. Since it's so big, I cannot fit it into that helper of mine, the dishwasher. Right from the start, I think I'm going to refuse to wash it by hand because it just sounds like such a headache. After washing the sink, I think I'm going to put that grid back, but I'll see how it goes and maybe I'll just get rid of it altogether. I'm assuming at least a couple of you must have the same kind of sink and the same kind of grid. Did you keep yours or did you get rid of it? Can you let me know in the comments if you found that grid useful at all? And thanks. There's just a couple of corrections that we need to make to that sink installation. I am not quite sure, but I think my husband had run out of silicone late in the evening while he was installing the sink, and so I'm sure we're gonna need to add a little more silicone here. But then if you look, you can see those little spots all over the sink. That's actually silicone, and it wasn't coming off as easily as I was hoping for it to. So for now, I'm just going to hope that they will come off as I wash the sink every day and try different cleaners, but the sink is going to look clean enough for me. You'll see in a minute. And today I have only used Dawn Power Wash to clean that sink.
Say you burn forever in hell. Will it hurt forever, or will I get used to the pain? When will these clouds go away, turn into rain, and when will the stars in my head?
Yes, I guess you can see a couple of silicone fingerprints on the sink still, but like I mentioned, I'm hoping they will be gone the more I wash the sink every day. If you happen to have been in a situation like this, maybe you have a suggestion, please leave it in the comment section below. Now that the island is clean, I'm moving across to that cluttered desk. This is now my problem area. That's where we just drop stuff because it's in the middle of the living room as well as the kitchen. So half of this stuff here has been collected before the kitchen sink repair. I'm going to go through all of these things and declutter. And after that's done, we're gonna wipe some appliances and then switch to those nightmare floors. I'm gonna sweep, mop, and do whatever it is I have to do to make sure that there is no sawdust on the floor, because so far I swear I felt like I was skiing in the kitchen rather than walking, and you will see the floors close up in just a minute.
It is so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed by you. So hold me tight through the night. It's just us two, me and you. Oh, oh, I can't believe you love me. Oh, oh.
You might know, if you have watched my recent videos, that I have already decorated our Christmas tree, but here in this video, if you look into the living room, there is no Christmas tree quite yet, and that's because we received our kitchen sink a little bit before I decorated that Christmas tree, and that is when I made this video. That happens from time to time when you film something and then you immediately film something else, and then you feel like one is more important to show right now than the other, in case of decorating, for example. But to you guys, I would imagine it might look a little bit confusing, and I get that, because to you, one day I have a Christmas tree in my living room, another day I don't, but that's just how these videos are. You clean around the house or decorate or do whatever. Sometimes you pull out the camera, sometimes you don't, and then later on you sit down and group it all together and try and make a video out of it. Some footage might have to wait till the next video, and that's just how it goes, at least with me. Okay, now that this desk is finally clean and completely decluttered, I'm going to start with picking up all of the big stuff from the floors.
Falling into your arms, dancing up in the stars. Nowhere I'd rather be than with you. Oh,
I just recently had to do a little refresh of this kitchen table, and while at it I sanded off the corners a little bit. Now they're not nearly as sharp as they were before, and I feel safe or safer not to have those child protective corner guards, if that's what they're called. But this is one of those examples that I have footage of, but I haven't put it into a video because I just don't feel like it really fits the content in this case. I'm not quite sure, but I felt like sharing that with you.
Wanna go, baby, I can tell it's just for sure. Every line designed to let me know. You know you're already accepted. To me, you're always picture perfect. You think you're gonna be rejected. Just say you're in love, 'cause so am I. So am I. Say that you are. So am I. Say that you love me.
Quick reminder, guys, if you feel like you want to say something to me directly, you can visit me on Instagram, send me a direct message. It is at @FromJenya_with_love, just like this channel. Otherwise, leave me a comment under my YouTube videos in the comment section.
Trying to understand. What if this doesn't go as planned? So you don't know what it means to be loyal and kind. I know that you're not blind. Tell me what is really on your mind. You know you're already accepted. To me, you're always picture perfect. You think you're gonna be rejected.
We're having that extremely painful problem you might also be familiar with, which is clutter on top of the fridge. We just took care of it a couple of videos back, and I'm going to do it right now as well. My new rule is to not have anything on top of the fridge. But you also might have a question about those knives on top. It was just a temporary solution to hide them from my daughter until I find a new spot for them. But reading a couple of comments of yours opened up my eyes that having your knives on top of the fridge is extremely dangerous actually. What if they fall on your head or whatever? Thank you guys, and I have moved them down, but in this video you don't get to see that part because I didn't get to those comments quite yet at the time of making this video. But now let's see the clean kitchen pictures, and we'll move upstairs to do some laundry.
You know you're already accepted. To me, you're always picture perfect. You think you're gonna be.
We are in the laundry room. As you can see, that blue spot on the wall, my husband just took off that cabinet that used to be there. It just was wrong. I couldn't even open up my washing machine all the way, but he's going to hang it in a different spot. And once that's done, I will of course show you what it looks like, but it's not done yet, so not today.
Say that you are.
So I have just started a load of laundry, as you could see, but here in the guest room I just have these two baskets, and that's what I'm going to fold. How are you doing on your laundry, guys? Are you keeping up?
So am I. I never got it, why'd you have to go? I guess this world's too slow for you. I think there's beauty in the gray, the cold, but you just want the gold. And there's no way I can beat it, 'cause I got no chance when it comes to her. She got the glitter and the fame, and I just wasn't enough for you. I wish you could be happy, yeah, yeah. But I can't lie. LA made you crazy, yeah, yeah. You don't care what's real no more, no, you don't want me anymore. You only want what you can't afford. This is goodbye, bye. LA made you crazy.
My kids have been lately loving to quote-unquote help me with laundry. So my daughter actually takes the clothes where I tell her to take it, and my son in the meanwhile keeps himself busy just taking it wherever. But he actually stops and listens to me on where to take the clothes, like as if it's going to make a difference. But that is how we get the laundry done. I can just imagine a couple of years from now, when my kids actually understand my directions 100%, will it still be difficult to keep up with the laundry?
No, you don't want me anymore. You only want what you can afford. Don't I make you feel something? Or maybe you can't feel anything. She's not gonna give you everything. Wish you could be happy, happy.
And as I'm putting the rest of the clean laundry back in their places, I'm going to start ending this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave me a comment, tell me what you're up to today. I know from your comments that not all of you are actually cleaning along. A lot of you are probably sitting down, taking a break, having your favorite beverage, while getting some motivation to probably clean next. I'm going to put a couple of videos on the screen for you to watch next if you're interested. And other than that, have a great weekend and I'll see you next time. Bye bye now.